Hello YouTubers, Challenger 70002 here. I wanted to do a video on how to eliminate the flicker of your track. Just as a quick demonstration, you notice the light went out because I've got a little bit of a dead spot right in here. Okay? And all that this system is just a simple light bulb connected to the wheels. One set of track picks up from this set of wheels, and the other track picks up from this set of wheels. So all track will get dirty eventually and have a little bit of a dead spots, especially around switches. Depending on which type of switch you get, it can have a dead spot, or you can actually try to eliminate to the best of your ability. Now on mine, I went a little cheaper, so I have dead spots. So to eliminate that, we have the capacitor system. If you notice on these, I went over a similar dead spot, but it doesn't flicker as much. Alright, we'll go push this one all the way over. Same track right in there, almost no flicker. Now of course these are only getting their energy from one wheel. One track is getting from one wheel, the other track is getting from the other wheel. So all I did was a little simple method just to show this how this works. And all this is you have a rectifier, capacitor system, and LEDs all mounted on a PCB board. Now, the rectifier that I have came from Amazon. Hopefully y'all can see that. It is polarity sensitive. Now if you're using DCC, you will have to have one of these. A full wave bridge rectifier. I think this one is 100 volts, but really a DCC you only need up to 15 volts, so you really want a 25 volt system for your capacitors. And that's what these are. These are your 25 volt 330 microfarad, and I think I mispronounced that, sorry, my bad. But these are your capacitors. And these eliminate most of that flicker. These are also polarity sensitive. They are marked with this gray side and these dashes. That is your negative side. So your negative will have to go with your negative on your rectifier. The input is this one where it says AC. The two middle ones are your input and your plus and minus. Now I've already mounted one of these on a PCB board just to show you how this actually works. On here, you just push it through, doesn't matter. This is double-sided PCB board. And all I did was just fold one pole down, fold the other pole, and then fold the other two the other way. Now I'm not going to solder this just because I want to cut this board. And all you do is just take a pair of scissors and you just cut the PCB board. Simple to cut. Leave that there. And I got my capacitors from Amazon. They come in a pack. Nice pack because there's a lot of them. I haven't used them all. I've used a decent amount. I just messed with this one just to mess around with it, just to see what all I could do. Just to have a little bit of fun with it. So, lights up. Now these are just 4 LEDs with 10 capacitors, okay, all run in parallel. The only thing run in series are the LEDs. The LEDs have a resistor that has to go on one of the legs. I don't think it matters which one. I went ahead and chose the shorter one. That way I don't have to mess with the long one. The long leg is your positive one though. your LEDs are polarity sensitive. The short leg has to go, well, you'll have to figure out which side is your negative side. Not all LEDs are the same. But the negative side has to go with the negative side of the capacitors. And the capacitor's negative side has to go with your negative rectifier. I cannot emphasize that enough. It will not work correctly. So, I will be using that in one of my cabooses later on. And all I did with the cabooses, these were clear tint windows, but all I did was just put Scotch tape on the inside. That's it. That way you don't have to see the ugly capacitors. It just looks like they're drapes. Okay? And it lights up beautifully. Don't have to worry about it. Now, I also did the same system with this guy. Now, I went a little different. I'll put the website for these flashing LEDs, but I'm pretty sure it's modeltrainsoftware.com is where they got these from. And those are just the LEDs. They got all sorts of different LEDs, Christmas to white to any color you want, blinking or solid. I went to modeltrainstuff.com and picked up these trucks. These are just replacement trucks. Now, each truck picks up both tracks from both wheels. So you have 4 pickups, which is the nice thing about this. And all this is, I put one rectifier with one capacitor with 2 blinking red LEDs inside this back section. Now, I'm not going to take this apart because it was a pain to glue it back together, but I did end up gluing it back together. And as you see, I'm going to take it off the track. It does have a little bit of time lag in there, so even as it's running across dirty track, it really doesn't lose anything. That's why the capacitors are so nice in this system. So, you can make this as elaborate as you want as long as it fits inside the car. I've got many different sizes of PCB board that also came from Amazon. So I got my rectifiers from Amazon, I got my capacitors from Amazon, I got my PCB board from Amazon. As long as it all can fit inside of your car, the sky is the limit.